We've all been in that situation before. You're in the middle of a chat, everything are going swimmingly, and suddenly the awkward pause appears out of nowhere. Your mind goes absolutely blank at that point, you have no idea what to say, and you can see the other person's eyes darting around the room, looking for someone else to talk to. That scenario stinks, so here are 5 techniques to ensure that you never have awkward silences in conversation again. First, reminds me of. Play reminds me of when you find yourself in a position where your mind is empty. That simply means you look around you and say something like, you know, that reminds me of, and then fill in the blank. It's wonderful for starting new conversations and for following up after someone has finished presenting a story. This is how many groups of friends connect on a regular basis. People are drawn to those who they believe to be similar to themselves, and related experiences can help to bridge the gap. Just be careful not to make your stories seem superior to theirs too much, or it will feel like a one-upping. Second, asking why. When you're asking questions, try to keep them as open-ended as possible. Oh, you're from Toronto, how do you like it? You could ask, how do you like Toronto? I'm interested in knowing more about it. The first query gets a one-word response followed by awkward quiet. Second, encourages the other person to talk about their interests, which will lead to new conversational threads. Also remember the communication guideline that every 3-year-old understands: just asking why is a fantastic approach to persuade people to open up more. When someone says they're a teacher, for example, you can inquire, why did you decide to get into teaching? To be clear, you don't have to say why over and over again like a 3-year-old, but digging into their reasons will frequently lead to a deeper connection and discussion. Third, revival questions. Use revival questions in the worst-case situation, when the dialogue has completely frozen. These are questions who bring long-dead conversations back to life. Here are a few instances. If you're in a new group and the conversation pauses after the first greetings, ask, how do you guys all know each other? There's nearly always a scenario that can be used to start a conversation. So what's your story? You might say instead, if you're only talking to one individual. The beauty of this question is that it is so broad that the other person will almost certainly lead you into the areas that they wish to discuss. You mean, what do I do for a living, or what do I enjoy doing for fun? The optimal angle of discussion to continue with is typically determined by their tone of voice and passion. Finally, ask about their exciting future plans among people you already know. This one is appealing since it is infinitely renewable, making it ideal for interacting with coworkers or wherever you work. Fourth, complimentary cold read. If someone is very happy, you may comment something like, you seem like the kind of who would be great with kids. You look like you're very into fitness. You may mention if they're super strong. If you guess correctly, they'll probably open up and tell you more, but even if you're incorrect, you can discuss what gave you that idea in the first place. In any case, you now have new conversational fuel to deal with. Fifth, flipping the script. To flip the script is to shift the discussion such that you are no longer the one who is anxious about running out of things to say. Allow the other person to take the lead in the conversation by being more comfortable with silence. Seriously, 3 seconds may seem like an eternity. However, if you can only take a deep breath and keep casual eye contact, the other person is more likely to make a comment or ask you a question. Alternatively, if you really want to encourage them to keep talking, repeat the last few words they spoke. This mirroring encourages them to elaborate, and it may frequently lead to individuals opening up in amazing ways. Do you have any other suggestions that I didn't include that could help you solve this problem and never have awkward silences again? Or do you have any video suggestions? Do not hesitate and share it on the comments down below. Also, please be sure to share this video with others. With your help, we can reach more people to spread awareness of the mind, mental health issues, and self-improvement. Let's make psychology and self-growth as accessible as possible for everyone.